Wow, that's a flavorful bite. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Christian Homestead. We are in the kitchen, alright, in the kitchen again tonight. And Angela Kay is over at the stove. She's gonna make a delicious pasta dish, some tortellini, cheese-filled tortellini, which I adore tortellini. I don't know about you guys. I adore it. We've got some fresh spinach from our Greenstalk, and she's over here cooking up. She's gonna make a sauce for it. It's gonna be delicious, like a Tuscan chicken tortellini, beautiful spinach, whatever. It's gonna be great. She's gonna talk about it though.
In this pan, you want to use kind of a high-sided pan, so this is a deep saute. I have 4 tablespoons of salted butter. You know, everything's better with butter. And in that we are sauteing 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that we have cut into bite-sized pieces. And I've just seasoned them with simple salt and pepper. And I've cooked them until they are almost no longer pink. Now when they get to this point where they're just borderline of being done, you want to start adding in your garlic. I am adding 4 cloves of our homegrown garlic. If you don't like garlic as much as we do, you can put less, but I can't imagine people not liking garlic. We love garlic around here. That's why we planted how many this year, Jason?
I'm like 80.
We love us some garlic.
Well, what are you doing with it here?
I use a microplane rather than chopping it or using a press. I use a microplane and grate it because it makes it melt into your dish really well. See, it just grades it into nice fine little pieces. Okay. And it makes it melt into whatever you're cooking it into. It just like melts into it. Okay. And it distributes the flavor more. Now, if you're not a huge garlic fan, my hands are slippery. If you're not a huge garlic fan, grating it in like this is going to distribute the flavor more. So you may not want to do it this way if you're not a huge garlic fan. Although if you're not a huge garlic fan, I don't know why you would be making this. Just to be honest.
Good point.
Okay, so now you just want to saute this up until your chicken is fully cooked and your garlic is cooked a little. The minute that garlic hits that butter, it just smells amazing. And as you can see, the chicken is already starting to get some color. It's already starting to get some nice color on it. And Jason's standing over here sniffing garlic in.
Oh, it smells so good. It smells good. I can't help it.
And see, you're already that quickly. You're already to that point. So now I'll show you. I'll go ahead and show you what we do next. In here, we have an 8-ounce jar of sun-dried tomatoes in oil. You drain the oil off, and you're always going to get a little bit of oil left over, but that's fine. Just add it onto the dish. It'll just make it better.
Did you cut those up?
I cut those up. You can chop them with a knife. The easiest way to do it is to use some kitchen scissors. Not the ones you cut up your junk mail with, people. The ones that you use for kitchen, for food. And I just take scissors and snip them up. That's the easiest way to deal with them. And see, now it's coloring everything.
That's beautiful.
And it already smells amazing. Just those few ingredients, and it already smells terrific. Now you want to let that fry until the sun-dried tomatoes have softened up some. Quit eating raw garlic. Jason's eating raw garlic.
Woo!
While your chicken was cooking, we brought a pot of water to a boil, seasoned it very heavily with salt, and we threw in a 22-ounce bag of frozen cheese tortellini. You can use your favorite brand. And now we're draining it. Drain off all the water. Now over here, your tomatoes are all softened up now. Now I'm going to add in about a cup of heavy cream into the chicken and sun-dried tomatoes and garlic. And you want to take your spoon and scrape the bottom of that pan. You want to get up all that flavor, because that is not burnt. Nope. That is flavor.
Nope. What do they call it? Fond? Chefs call it fond?
Chefs call it fond.
So.
I'm fond of it. Jason doesn't like my jokes. I love my jokes. I'm going to add in just a little bit more, because that wasn't quite a cup. Because you want a nice creamy sauce. But to make this even creamier, I will be back once this is heated just a little bit. You want to turn your heat down to medium-low right now, because you don't want it too high, because you don't want to curdle your cream. So I will be back and show you what we do next. As you can see, it's all nice and bubbly now. Just a gentle bubble, don't let it boil. Now we're putting in 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. You don't want to put in the whole 8 ounces. That's too much, people. This is just to creamy it up a little bit. Make your sauce a little thicker. Make it nice and creamy and delicious. And once you want this to melt in. That's why you want it to be a little bit softened. It doesn't have to be completely room temperature, but it's going to melt quicker if it's a little bit softened. So once this is melted, you will want to taste it and see if you need to add some salt and pepper. But don't add too much, because we're also going to add some Parmesan cheese, and that adds a lot of saltiness right there. Now, as you can see, it's all melted. And if it starts to get a little too thick on you at that point, you can add a little more heavy cream. I added about 1/4 of a cup more heavy cream. And I seasoned it for some salt, with some salt and pepper. Now I'm going to add in shredded, not grated, Parmesan cheese. You can add grated if that's all you have, but shredded just works so much better in this. And I'm adding probably about 1/2 cup. I'm not measuring. Cheese is your friend. You don't have to measure it. Well, you can actually have too much cheese. Things can be too cheesy. No comments from the Amen corner back there.
I didn't say anything.
And see, that's getting all nice and cheesy. Now, we are ready to add in our tortellini. This is a very quick meal. Now we are going to slide in our tortellini. And you want to toss it together. Just give it a little bit of a toss. And now I'm going to add in the beautiful fresh spinach from our Greenstalk. Okay, here we have about 2 to 3 cups of fresh baby spinach.
You just add as much as you want.
But you just add as much as you want. This is probably about 2 to 3 cups.
We washed and dried it, so that's why it's in the
of fresh baby spinach.
Beautiful spinach. See? Grow that in a Greenstalk, y'all.
Yep. Now, it's going to look like it's a lot, and it's going to look like it's too much for the pan. In less than a minute of it hitting the heat,
it'll shrink
it's going to shrink down, and it's going to be just fine.
Yep.
So I'll be back and show you what it looks like when it's there. See, that spinach wilted down to practically nothing.
Beautiful.
And I tasted that spinach, by the way, raw, and it was so sweet.
Yep. Yep.
Now, when you drain your tortellini, you want to save back about 1 cup of that starchy cooking liquid, because if after you add your spinach, if it seems your sauce seems a little thick, you want to pour in some of that starchy cooking liquid, and it'll loosen it right up and make it coat your pasta really well.
Could you also use like olive oil if you wanted to?
You can, but it would make it a little too oily.
Okay.
You more want to add that starchy cooking liquid.
Just smooth it up.
It'll just smooth it right up.
It's glossy.
And it just does wonders for it. Now, I'm just going to sprinkle it with another little sprinkle of some Parmesan cheese. And now I think we're ready to eat.
All right. Okay, y'all, I'm going to taste test this here for you. Like a beautiful bite. Right there. Yeah. Wow. That's a flavorful bite. It's so amazing. A beautiful sauce that Angela made. Sun-dried tomatoes are perfect. Nice acid punch with a creamy sauce, cheesy sauce. The spinach is beautiful in it. Adds a bit of freshness to it. You like a good pasta dish, a lot of flavor, try this one out right here. Okay, thank you guys for watching so much. My name is Jason, with Angela K over there. Art of Creation Homestead. Love you guys. God bless you and goodbye.